when you're building connections on your LinkedIn account, you really need to be, your first goal is to reach 500 connections. If you haven't reached that yet, that's the priority. If you have, obviously you're then going to be looking at building a more and more connections. So if you have, or if you have not reached 500, what you need to do is go over to connections here and start searching for people you can connect to. Now you can do this in several ways. This is very powerful strategy. Really what you're doing here is building your own audience. Your own audience for the post that you're going to write later on. I'm going to show you how to do that. But we want to be selecting now connections that are either based geographically. I mean, everyone is somewhere, so they're all based geographically. But we want to be looking for people. If you're a local business, you obviously want to be targeting people within your location. So, for example, if we start with location first, I can type in here something like, let's take Hawaii as an example. So what I want to do now is if I type in Hawaii, I can switch to the location. So I want to be adding Hawaii in here, the Hawaiian Islands. There I am, and I want to make sure this icon is switched to people. And I can have a good search there. So just double checking here that I want to take out now Hawaii. So that's blank, but I'm going to tick Hawaii here. And I don't want first connections because, well, I've already got my first connections as part of my LinkedIn connection number, so I'm already connected with them. I'm not interested in joining them. This is the group I want second and third. Again, I'm going to knock out Hawaii up here, and let's just see if that takes. Now it keeps wanting to give me first connections, which I don't want. Take out the second group members. It's a little bit fiddly, this bit. And then I'm going to go back to Hawaii here. And I also want to make sure that's ticked. There we go. So we're finally there. So make sure that what it's displaying is firstly, second connections, third connections. You can see here that I've got 16 connections in Hawaii already. I don't want to see them. I don't want them displayed. I'm already connected to them. Now, initially, LinkedIn is going to allow you 5,000 connection invitations. So if you're under the 500 mark at this stage, we don't have to be worrying too much about that. We want to be getting to 500. That's the top priority. If we're already over 500, we've got to check how many invitation connections we're sending. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute, so you can monitor how many invitations have been sent out. In the meantime, we now have our Hawaiian connections here. And what I'm going to try and do is connect with these people. So, starting on here, I should have an invitation sent. You can see that LinkedIn is prioritizing the second connections, the second level connections, people who I'm not yet connected with, but you can see here I've got a shared connections with them, and there are 5,000 of them. Okay, so if I only stuck to the second connections in Hawaii, right, I've got 5,000 of them, and that would put me up to my invitation limit. So I don't want to go too crazy here. I personally set, if this is a target, an initial limit of 200, because this is my target market. So I'm going to work my way down the list with the invitations sent. Okay. I'm going to go down. Now, at some point, as I go down, it's going to ask me the LinkedIn request pop-up is going to appear. If I just take out the second connections there, and it's now displaying people who I'm not even second connections to, this is the third tier. You can see here people have set their privacy settings, so they don't want to connect to anyone, or they don't want to connect to just anyone. They want to connect to specific people. I can try and connect to Brian there. It's still letting me do that. I'm trying to find an example here where all send in mails here. Get further down the list. Saying I can connect here with the first level connections. Go even further down the list. Yeah, it's only letting me connect here with my first level connections. Sorry, with premium level customers. Now, I'm a premium member, which is a very good idea if you want to have more impact on LinkedIn, is to use their premier service. It's paid, it's 22, I think 22, 23 pounds, so $30 a month. Now, LinkedIn still, I can send my emails here. I get a certain amount per month when I'm a premium member, so I can actually request people. The way around this is, if I want to say connect with Nancy N. Gracken, and LinkedIn isn't letting me do that, I go over to the mobile phone option, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a separate, how to use the mobile application in a separate cast, because it's very, very useful, particularly when you're trying to build up to the 500 and beyond, when you really want to get into connection building. But in the meantime, you can do this. You can have variations on companies, locations, and start to build your connection list on that basis. That geographical one's very, very powerful. There is another route to finding connections. So if I go into my connections here, and this is quite a powerful one. I call it piggybacking. So I can go into someone's account, a first level connection preferably, and I can scroll down. And I can check his connections. There we are. Down here, I'm going to be looking at that. There they are. Looking at this section in the next video. So please click the next video to show you how to do this. Okay.